Just before this video starts, I need to have a disclaimer here that says this video is made for educational purposes only. Do not recreate anything you see in this video. Do not try anything you see in this video at home. And I am a trained professional, so enjoy the video. And I think that's it. YouTube, please don't mess my video up. YouTube, TenCo is a coffee brand, and this video is me rating their different types of artisan coffee packs. Yo, I'm Drew, and today I want to rate every single TenCo pack that they've ever done. TenCo is one of the most known and renowned brands in the industry, and they have done a lot of packs. I'm talking, we're gonna rate 57 packs in this video. Some of them are like the most iconic and best bits ever, and some of them maybe aren't so good, and maybe they should have missed out on doing them. And I want to know your opinion on some of these as well. If your opinion differs to mine, definitely let me know in the comments down below. And if there's any TenCos that I've missed on this list, then definitely tell me which ones those were, because there's a lot on here and I'm sure I've forgotten some. So in here we have 57 different TenCos, okay? That is a lot of TenCo to go through. And wow, okay, starting things off with the 10 banger. This is the 10 banger, right? There's two different, yeah, okay, we've actually got the two ones here. We've got 10 banger and then the tank. So they have two different Sherbanger phenos, I believe. One is Sherbanger 22 and the other one is Sherbanger 2. So it gets a little bit confusing. It's a little bit weird. But the 10 banger, I would say that the 10 banger is like a solid C tier. I mean, it's okay, don't get me wrong. It's good. It's not like unbelievable. It's a Sherbanger. Everyone has Sherbanger. It's not really that special anymore, so I'm gonna say C. And straight away next we have the pink Zushi, and I'm actually gonna let a load of secrets out in this video as well, because why not? I know a bunch of stuff about TenCo, so I may as well give you guys as much information as possible. Pink Zushi actually got discontinued like 2 years ago. They haven't done it for a while. I believe there was some sort of dispute behind the scenes over the flower and like the partnership behind everything, and it was just like all signs were we should not do this anymore. So if you've had any pink Zushi in the last 2 years, it's been fake. But if you're seeing any now, it's actually just done a new drop for the first time in 2 years, and I'm hearing that it's way better. That's why it's back, but I haven't tried the way better version, so I can only put where I think it should be, which I think is also kind of C tier. Don't get me wrong, there were some amazing batches of pink Zushi, and at the time when it dropped, there's probably not been anything with this much hype ever since in the industry. Like, the hype on pink Zushi when it dropped was unbelievable. But those last two drops before it discontinued were terrible. So like, although some of them would probably be in like A or A+, those other ones would have been in like D or F. So I think, again, C tier is a good place. I think there's gonna be a fair few stuff that goes in C tier, not just because it was like always C tier, but because stuff isn't consistent. I mean, that's Bud at the end of the day, right? Like, not everything is gonna be consistent all the time. It's a plant. But next up, we have the tank, which the tank, like I said, it's just another pheno of Sherbanger, if I'm remembering correct. You know what? I've had much better experiences with the tank than I have the 10 banger, and I'd say I've had it be way more consistent. I think the first ever one I had of the tank I wasn't a massive fan of, but pretty much every one I've had after then has been pretty good. Not like anything to write home about, but I'd say like solid B tier. Boba Milky. I think there's a couple of these Bobas from back in the day. These are some old ones, and like, they were okay. Again, like, I can barely even remember what these were like. These were from like maybe 5 years ago. And the fact that I can't even really remember what they were like, I think it's D tier. I don't remember them being so bad that they would go in F, but I think they were like solid D tier. I think, can we find the other Bobas? Because there was a Boba Matcha, and then I think there was a strawberry Boba, which this one I really didn't like. So that one we can put in F. Angel's Delight. This is a strange one because I have a personal bias against Angel's Delight. I can't even lie, but it's just because it has a very similar terp to the Burning Rope Smoothie or Smacks by Karma. I'm trying to think if there's anything. A Sweet Retreat by Doja. It's very similar to that side of terp, and that just really isn't for me. But the quality on it is banging. I would even say that quality-wise, it should probably go in A tier. My personal opinion, I'd probably put it in B. But like, going just based off of like how good it actually is and not my personal bias, I'm gonna put it in A. Black Cod. Yo, this is a crazy one because I had a queue of this when it first came out.
and I really didn't like it. I didn't think it was burning that good. Oh, I didn't mean to put that there, but I didn't think it was burning that good. I didn't think it tasted that good. I was like, eh. And then on my last J of it, I grinded it up like a little bit finer. I like intentionally made it that little bit finer, and bro, it changed everything. It tasted amazing. It was burning amazing. I was like, bro, this is great. So honestly, based on that experience, it was just me rolling it wrong. I would also put Black Cod in A tier. Definitely not A+, nowhere near that, but it was a really, really nice bit, and I think a lot of people would agree they would go in A. Zoi. Oh, this is a weird one because Zoi, back in the day, I would have put it in A or A+, maybe somewhere around here, but I feel like maybe, because they brought it back, so Zoi is another one which was discontinued for a while, then it got brought back, and after it got brought back, it just wasn't as good as I remembered it. I don't know if that's because, you know, everything else has gotten so much better in the last 4 years since they used to do Zoi, right? But it wasn't as good as I remember it. I'd say it probably is in B tier, like it wasn't like, you know, borderline bad or inconsistent, or like, I mean, it wasn't anywhere in these, and definitely wasn't down here. I would give it like a B. Like, it was good, but it just wasn't as good as I remembered it. Oh, Black Zushi. Oh, this is a tough one, because does this go in A+, or does it go in A? Because, bro, the Black Zushi is absolutely banging, and it is a proper sleepy one, like, makes you super sleepy. Like, that is the vibe on it. It isn't the most consistent though. The first couple test runs, the first couple batches weren't burning the best. But can I really have that in my opinion when it's a test run and, like, you know, it's the first times they're doing it? They've got to dial it in, and now that it's dialed in, it's savage. Oh, but is it as savage as it could be? Yeah, I think it is. I think it's probably worthy of the A+ tier. The Black Zushi is it's a pretty next level one. Yummies. Does anyone remember Yummies? Again, we're going deep in the TenCo archive here. I mean, actually, you know what? I feel like the Yummies, it was kind of like a Skittlesy type thing, right? Like, it was strange because you wouldn't have expected it to be like that. But you know what? I remember the blue Yummies not being my favorite. But not being bad, but not being my favorite. And then do we have the red Yummies in here? We do. I remember absolutely loving the red Yummies, but I don't think I loved it to the point of it being in like A+ tier. So I think I'm gonna put the Yummies in A tier. Okay, Skilati. This is the tropical Skilati, I believe, not just the normal Skilati. If you guys don't know, Skilati is just some sort of LCG or LCG cross, and to me, I'm not a massive fan of random LCGs. I don't know, it was okay. It was before the LCG wave even began, so I don't think I can put it all the way in like F tier or something. Some of the batches were good, especially during this tropical Skilati era. You know what, I'm gonna put the tropical and chocolate Skilati, because I know the chocolate Skilati is in here somewhere. Chocolate Skilati is here. I'm gonna put those both in C, because during this era was when it was like really good, but like they do still do Skilati, and Skilati these days, nah, I'm gonna put Skilati these days in D. I don't think I'm gonna put it straight in F, but D. Oh man, I kind of want to put it in F. Oh man, oh yeah, I don't like Skilati, bro. I'm putting it in F. It's fucking LCG. Oh, Alaskan crab legs. This is another one. Nah, it's not quite like gold tier, like absolutely insane A+ tier level. It's definitely A tier. I believe that this is some sort of Skittles OG cookies cross. I don't know for certain. I'm not 100% sure, just like the flavor profile I kind of get from it, and I'm not 100% there's a Skittles in it, and I know that they have those genetics, so that's what I'm assuming. I'm gonna put it in A. I'm gonna put it in A. I think it's really, really good. I don't think it quite goes into A+, but I think A is really good. Oh, next up we got the Oishi. This just came out in the packaging. I haven't tried the newest batch in the packaging, but I have tried the batch that is just in the sample jars. From that batch I've tried, this is definitely A tier, 100%. This is some really, really nice flour. It's Moonbow and Flavor Pack cross, I believe, but I think that's what it said on the jar. Pretty crazy. It was really, really nice. It was like very Moonbow-y. It tastes like a more intense Moonbow. So yeah, A tier. Maybe this will move up into A+, but I can't really put anything in A+ if I've only tried one batch of it, right? Zozy 11 I'm gonna put in B tier. It's not my favorite, but it is good, and I have had good batches of it, but it's not like, I wouldn't say it's quite on the level of these ones of quality. There is also another 2 Zozys. I couldn't find a screenshot of one, but there's a Zozy 3, and I'd also put the Zozy 3 and the Zozy 4 in C tier. Not quite
as good as the Zushi 11, like noticeably not quite as good as the 11. Definitely not going down into D tier or F tier, but not quite as good as the 11. I think that's a good place to put them. Damn, Gelinade. Okay, who remembers the TenCo Elite bags when this happened? Again, this is probably like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. They did a Gelinade. It was okay. Like, it was okay. I'll put it in the B, sorry, not the B tier, the C tier with these, I think. I think with these tiers, the better they are in these tiers, I'm gonna put them over this side. So let me like reorganize some in here. Let me put the crab legs here. Yeah, that makes sense to me. I'm gonna make sure all of these ones at the front are like the best ones. So the Gelinade, yeah, the Gelinade I'm gonna put maybe, yeah, I'm gonna put like pink Zushi here, Gelinade here, then these. And then, yeah, so these will have an order and they make sense. I don't know if that makes any sense, but the best on these sides is here, the worst will be over here. So that way we can at least split things up in amongst the tier list. All right, Peach Nishi, this is A+ tier. I mean, although I did say that I can't put something in A+ tier if it doesn't have multiple batches. And I've only tried one batch of the Peach Nishi, right? Like, it's only dropped one batch. And it was so fire, way better than the normal Nishi from TenCo. Yeah, you know what? I'm putting it at the front of the A tier, because this absolutely is going to go into A+ tier if the next batch is as good as this, 100%. 100%. Right, Nishi is straight up next. We've got Nishi right here. Nishi, I'm going to put it in B tier. I'm going to put it at the beginning of B tier. It's definitely better than these, but it's not quite A tier. Like, some batches of normal Nishi just don't quite hit the mark, but that's my thoughts. Oysters. I've also had a couple of batches of this one. I mean, this is hard, man, because I kind of want to put it in A tier. I kind of want to put it in B tier. I really don't know. Oh, man. No, because you know what? If I go into a shop and I see oysters, I don't really want to get it. And all the ones that I have in here, I would consider buying if I saw it in a shop. Like, if I went into a place and I saw that they had it on a menu, like, if it's in A tier, I would have to, like, consider getting it. But oysters, I kind of go in and I don't really consider getting it. Now, even Nishi, sometimes I will consider getting it. Even the tank, maybe if it smells good, but the oysters, I would definitely prefer the oysters before the tank. So I think the oysters is gonna go about here. Jeez, this is, this tier list is crazy. Next up, we got the organic orange. This was okay. To me, it reminded me like the orangey side of like a Gelinade. Yeah, I think like it was good quality. Again, it's just not my personal preference. Definitely not good quality like the Angel Delight. I wouldn't even say that it would go in here. I would say this is at like the back of B tier. It's maybe even in C tier. Oh my god, but then I have pink Zushi. Oh, but pink Zushi's only there because of the inconsistencies. Yeah, look, I think organic orange, a good place for it to be is the end of B tier. It's not awful. It's not my personal preference. I can't mark stuff down too much because of my personal preference. Pink Sandy. This is an old school one. If anyone remembers this, then you are an OG TenCo lover because, but I don't know, like, again, like, this wasn't like my favorite. I didn't go out my way to get this one. I can't even really remember what it tasted like. If I'm completely honest with you, I can just remember my opinion on it. Because of that, you know what, I'm going to put it in D tier because I don't really remember it too much. The same as these bobas, like if I can't even remember the flavor and it's from that time ago, like it can't have been great, right? Blue Zushi V3. Now this also is an interesting one because it's one of the Blue Zushi bag seeds. So Black Zushi is a Blue Zushi bag seed that somebody else gave to TenCo, but the Blue Zushi V3 is a bag seed that TenCo had themselves. Can't lie, I don't like it. I don't like the V3. I don't think it burns very good. I've had a few batches of it. I don't think it tastes very nice. It's kind of candy-esque. Bro, I'm going to be savage on this. I'm going to put the V3 in F tier. I really don't like the V3. I think it's probably one of the worst newer ones that TenCo has done as of recent. PH10. Oh, an old school one. This was really good. I really like the PH10. It wasn't like unbelievable. I don't think it would go in A tier, but it was pretty good. I remember it being like kind of gassy with like an off, like maybe sherbiness to it. I'm gonna say B tier for sure. B tier in the PH10, maybe here. Yeah, I think that's a good place. Amaretto. Okay, I'm gonna let out a little secret here, yeah, because I know. So Amaretto, this was one of my favorite things TenCo ever did, and I wish they brought it back because it was unbelievable. This to me
A+ all day long. It was the best. And you know what's even crazy? It was just a pheno of Gary Payton. It was a pheno of Gary Payton. That's what it was. But it tasted unbelievable. That is still to this day in my mind forever. I love that amaretto. TenCo, please bring back the amaretto, please. Ramen, the ramen low. Again, I remember this just being like a lemon cherry as well, right? Like, bro, I didn't like the ramen noodles. This was not for me. I don't know. I don't know it enough to put it in F tier. I'm gonna put it in D tier. 10 Scotty. This was really good when it came through good, but it was not very consistent. They had a few packs of these, ran for a long time, and I think the reason they probably stopped was because it wasn't very consistent. Yeah, I'd say it's probably on about that pink Zushi level. Like, it was really good when it was good, but not good enough consistently for me to rate it any higher than C. So I'm gonna put it next to pink Zushi. Fine China. This was also pretty nice, I remember, but again, like, it's been so long and I don't even remember what the flavor was fully like, so I'm just gonna put it in C tier, because I do definitely remember it being better than these ones for sure, but I can't remember it too much, so I'm gonna put it here in C tier. Sour Shizu. Oh, damn, Sour Shizu. This was lovely. This was a Skittles cross some sort of OG, I believe. I can't remember exactly what, but it was something like that, and it was really, really nice. This was a really good one. I think this is a good A tier one, not like too far into A tier. I think somewhere around here, because it wasn't also like unbelievable. Oh, I just realized I've got California OG on here twice, so we don't actually have 57 TenCos, we have 56 TenCos. But California OG came in a jar. It wasn't that great. It was a good cut of OG, but this is before the OG resurgence. This is a couple years ago, maybe like 3 years ago with this California OG. People were catting for OG. I liked this at the time, but it was because you just couldn't find OG anywhere. But realistically, it was probably C tier OG. It's hard to see, but it's the sour OG. Bro, Sour OG was one of my favorite TenCos. I would even put it in A+. I loved the Sour OG. It was like the perfect 50-50 Sour OG mix. When I lived in California 10 years ago in 2015, one of my favorite things ever was Snoop's OG. And that was a sour cross OG. And it was very, very, very similar to this. And I guess that's probably bias on my end. Maybe other people wouldn't put it in A+, but I loved the Sour OG. It's been discontinued now for like a year. I would love to see it come back. They're bringing back a lot of gas, so you never know. Preserved XYZ. This is a good one. This is straight A tier stuff for sure. It's a Skittles type thing. I don't really know what the cross is. It doesn't say it's some sort of Skittles, but it's really good. Nothing that could go in A+ tier though, but it's really good. Where in here would it go? I would say it's probably better than the Alaskan crab legs. I'd say it's probably even better than the black cod, but it's not better than the peach Nishi. Purple lemon tree. I don't like the purple lemon tree. Hella people like the purple lemon tree, but like, it's not F tier stuff, but not for me. Same with the Grenache or Grenache. I don't know how to say this one. Same here. This can go right here. Look, I guess we can't. Yeah, we'll put them right here at the beginning of D tier. Not for me. Tomahawk. Oh my god, Tomahawk. Nah, straight A+. Straight A+. This is the fire, bro. This is like one of the best things that TenCo does, if not the best thing that TenCo does right now. Actually unbelievable. And speaking of that, right next to it we have the T-Bone, also A+. Both of these are two different phenos of Headbanger OG. They're from a seed stock from 2015 or 2016 that were in a storage container in the UK, and they got somebody to go to the storage container to pick up the seeds, then they flew them to LA, they popped them all, and these are the ones that managed to pop, and somehow they were still alive. So it's pretty crazy. Fracchio. Look, again, this is another one like the Pink Sandy. I remember it. I definitely tried it, but I don't remember how good it was, so I'm gonna put it next to the Pink Sandy. The Unknown Chem. This is okay. I'm gonna put this B tier. It's definitely better than here. Like, even though I've only had one batch of it, the one batch I had was better than this, but it wasn't like anything A tierable. Would I get it over the Nishi? I probably wouldn't. Like a good batch of Nishi, I probably wouldn't. But would I get it over the oysters? No, I probably wouldn't. Would I get it over the PH10? Yes. So I think that's a good spot to have it at. Blue cookies. This one was okay, but it wasn't as good as what I was expecting it to be. I'd say I'd put the blue cookies probably just before the organic orange here in B tier. And we know what's crazy is straight up next we have the Thin Mint cookies, which this is A tier, and I've had two batches of this. I would say, it's A plus tier for sure. Like, this is bringing cookies back. I haven't had Girl Scout cookies like this since 2019, 2018 probably. And the two batches they just did, the traditional cookies and the normal Thin Mint, unbelievable. If you're a cookies person, you want that flavor, you'd be missing it. A plus tier. And I think this is, oh yeah, we need to organize A plus tier real quick because this isn't right. I'd say, look, Tomahawk probably here, T-Bone here, Black Zushi probably at the back, Amaretto probably about here, and then, you know what, fuck it, I would put Amaretto above these. If Amaretto was still here today, Amaretto, this would be at the top 100%. Then we got the Beluga. Oh, I didn't like the Beluga. The Beluga, like, it's a good concept, it's a good cross. It's Zangbanger cross Triangle Kush, which sounds amazing, but it just wasn't that great to me. I'd say probably even the beginning of C tier. Definitely better than the Pink Zushi, not quite. Yeah, honestly, the organic orange was blazing better. So I'd say the beginning of C tier for the Beluga. Tasty, oh my god. This only came about like once or twice. This was insane. I want to say that it was like a really good gelato, like a really, really good 41. I only tried it once, so I can't put it in A plus tier as much as I would absolutely love to. From the one I tried, it would for sure be in A plus tier, but I'm going to put it in A tier, even above the Peach Nishi. English tea, this was about for multiple batches. This was really good, but I wouldn't put it in A tier. I would probably put it in B tier. Again, does it beat the Nishi out in B tier? No, but I think it does beat the oysters out. So I'm going to put the English tea about here. Honestly, I couldn't even tell you what this one was. I can't remember like exactly how the flavor was. I remember it being kind of Cushmincy, but so at least it's better than me not remembering any of these. Like, I can sort of remember, but I wouldn't be able to guess what the cross was. Blue Zushi. Bro, I don't even know if I can put Blue Zushi in A plus tier. But I've put Black Zushi in A plus tier, so I kind of have to. Like, some of the batches in the last couple months have been a little bit inconsistent. Like, you have a pack, and out of that pack, one is just Black Ash, like, which is super weird, but it's still amazing. And when you get a good Blue Zushi, it's absolutely A plus tier. And I've had probably out of every Blue Zushi I've ever had, 95% of the batches have been consistent. And I would say it's definitely better than the Black Zushi and more consistent and better, So I'm going to say here, I think this is a good place. It's still A plus tier just about, but it's not anywhere close to the top of A plus. Maine Lobster, this is a weird one because this changed. It was something different. It was like a biscotti originally when they first dropped it, and now it's some sort of Skittles cross. Weirdly enough, both of the versions that they have done from before they obviously swapped the grower out for it or whatever, they're both good. They're both A tier, I would say even. I would say just about beating out the Black Cod, but not quite beating out the XYZ. Tempura? F. Bro, this gets an F because this only had like one drop. It was also like an LCG, but because it only had one drop and it was an LCG, hella people just faked the packs and bought their own cheap LCG and then put their own stuff in Tempura packs, and it flooded as like the most fake TenCo for like 2 years, even though they literally only dropped it once. And then it was about afterwards for like 2 years afterwards when they dropped it one time. So F tier for the Tempura. Wagyu I'm gonna put into D tier as well because I have had some good batches of Wagyu, but it's pretty dire. It's one of the cheaper ones. You know what's even crazier is Wagyu is one of the cheaper ones. If you get this out in Cali, it is like half the price of all the other ones. But for some reason, when it gets imported and sent to the UK, people just don't care. They put it on the same price as like the Blue Zushi. So then people are charging Blue Zushi prices for Wagyu when bulk in Cali, it's literally half the price. That makes no sense. People are just greedy, man. So I don't know, D tier for me, man. Oh, Yellow Zushi, I think this goes in A plus tier. And I think it goes in between Blue Zushi and Black Zushi purely for the fact that it's probably more consistent than Blue Zushi now. And like to anyone else, they might even put Yellow Zushi above. But to me, Yellow Zushi is kind of just like an original Z type of flavor, so it doesn't have that uniqueness to take it above Blue Zushi for me. Wasabi, you know what? I'm gonna put Wasabi in the beginning of B tier. Like, it's good, don't get me wrong. To me, it's like some sort of OZK, like it's that kind of flavor. It's like that kind of earthy Skittles. It's good. But am I really gonna put it less than the Angel Delight? Nah, I think it goes in A tier. Yeah, I think it goes in A tier. I think it goes about here before the Angel's Delight. All right, levels. Okay, let's get some more secrets out in here. Levels actually was a pheno with Head Stash. Whew! And it was good. It was so good. So good. Not quite as good as some of these, but I think even A+ tier. It was so good. Yeah, A+ tier, 100%. Oh my god, the white Stilton Gold. You know what's crazy is originally, the first couple batches of Cheese Banger, I didn't like it. I probably would have put it in like C or B. But my god, the last 2 batches I've had of the Cheese Banger, unbelievable. Like, bro, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, the rumor has it that there's not even cheese in it, and it's just like a cheesy pheno of Shebanger, which makes no sense because it tastes just like real UK cheese. It is crazy. Like, it just tastes like cheese. Like, UK cheese is absolutely mad. I would probably even put this like somewhere here. We have one more because this last one is the duplicate of the California OG. That is the Naughty One, which this is actually a 41, which this is basically Wagyu before Wagyu became Wagyu and was rebranded as Wagyu. So I'm just gonna put it in the same place as Wagyu in D tier. And we're so close to 1 million subscribers. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button, it would mean the world to me if you did. If you think my opinion on any of these are wrong and you would put anything in a different order, definitely let me know in the comments down below. I will be reading them, and I will see you guys very soon. I live stream on Kick every single day at 6 p.m. UK time as well. So have a good one. See you soon.